What's happening, everybody? So today I wanted to talk about audio. Audio is and has been the biggest struggle for me when it comes to making videos. I want to kind of give you guys a rundown of what I've experienced and see if maybe you can avoid some of the mistakes I've made. Now, to preface everything, I'm not saying I have the best audio quality in the world. It is something I still struggle with. There's even recent episodes where I've had a not so great audio quality because I'll forget to hook something up, forget to turn something up, or I'll just happen to lose the audio file somehow, or forget to turn some transmitter on or the mixer on. These things happen. But I'm hoping from breaking a couple things down for you guys here, you can learn from my experience and forego some of the pain that I've gone through trying to work all this out. Now, we are going to be talking about home studio setting. Like, I have my home studio up here. I have my home studio downstairs. I use different configurations of microphones for each of those, but we're not talking about running and gunning. We're not talking about on the move. So I can do a whole nother video talking about running and gunning and doing vlog style videos outside. This is strictly indoor studio setting and my experience in that kind of a setting. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please like the video. Please turn on the notifications on the YouTube channel. If you like the content I'm putting out, that is something you can do that will seriously help me out. Let's get into some of the things I've bought over the past year or so and my experiences with those and some of the mistakes I've made. And let's hope that this video helps you guys out in your journey. So one of the first purchases I bought when I wanted to start recording podcasts, before I was doing any video whatsoever, was this USB microphone right here. This was a $20 microphone. It plugged directly into my computer, and I was using free software, Audacity, which was actually pretty good software, especially for being free. And this is what I recorded many podcasts on. I'd record a podcast in my living room with multiple people, and I'd just shove this right in the middle of the living room and hope that it picked everything up. I didn't know any better. It worked for the time, but would I recommend purchasing this? I would not. Not as your first microphone. I'll actually go into why here in a few minutes. But this was my first purchase. Use this $20 USB microphone with some free Audacity audio software. For my second purchase, I actually bought a couple of things. One of them being this guy right here. And this arm, like down here, this clamps to your desk, and this sits inside of there. And you have this microphone right here. Came with a pop filter, and this whole kit came together. So this is a Tonor, Tonor XLR boom arm and microphone kit. They said it was made specifically for podcasting. It was $33.99 for the arm, the clamp for your desk, the mic, the pop filter. It works, but for not much more money, you can get much, much better quality. I would not buy that again. The second thing I bought when I picked up those Tonor microphones, this is the Behringer XEN YX Q802 USB. This is a great mixer. 2 XLR inputs. If you need more than that, there's one step above this for a decent amount more money, but nothing outlandish. That gives you multiple XLRs. But this is phenomenal. I still use this. We record a show called Stuffing Things in my basement, and this is pretty much our go-to mixer that we use for every single episode. This was $88.99. This is a good investment. You'll use this a lot if you get one. Now, when I was talking about the Tonor mics earlier being like $33.99, I believe, I said you can get better for not much more money, and that is the case. One of my favorite microphones still that I use, it's relatively inexpensive, this guy right here. This is a Shure PGA 48 microphone. This is $39.99. This is a great microphone. It is XLR. This one did not come with any XLR cables, so you'll need to get them. You can get a decent XLR cable for relatively inexpensive. But this Shure PGA 48 microphone with a decent XLR cable going into that Behringer mixer, USB into your computer, you're going to have great audio quality. I use these microphones close. I keep these microphones in frame as opposed to like a shotgun mic, which if you wanted to, you can hide it out of frame. There are some things you got to consider when you get a microphone and a mixer is how are you going to have this microphone sitting? I actually wound up using the toner arms that came with those inexpensive microphones. I bought 2 of these Shure mics, and I have the arms clamped to the table when I'm recording, and I have the Shure mic propped up in front of me. But you can get an XLR cable and an arm that clamps to your desk or your table for relatively inexpensive. And in my opinion, it's worth the investment if you're going to be recording in this kind of a setting here. So all these microphones will work, and putting out something is better than putting out nothing. If all you can afford is a $20 USB microphone, go for it. If you can't afford a microphone at all and you have to use the built-in mic on your camera, do that. Just put something out. That's the number one way I've learned is by editing something, seeing how it sounds, seeing what I can get out of it, and then making adjustments moving forward. That's how I've learned everything I've learned up to this point, and that's how I'm still continuing to learn till this day. So microphone in your camera, use it if that's all you got. USB microphone, use it if that's all you got. With hindsight, I would have waited until I could afford the Shure microphone, PGA 48, the Behringer mixer, XLR cable, and just pump that straight to my computer. Those are actually items that I think are good investments. This is a good investment microphone. The Behringer mixer is a good investment. The USB mic and the toner mic aren't great investments. Once you move past those and you grow past that and you get better microphones, very rarely will you ever go back to those. I still use this all the time, even though I have better microphones now, just because it's good audio quality for what it is. Now let's talk about software for a minute. I used Audacity for a long time. I used an inexpensive computer for a long time. That's kind of what you have to do when you're starting out until you can grow and afford the nicer, more expensive computer and the nicer, more expensive software. So the number one jump in quality came when I was able to afford a decent computer with a fast processor that could handle the Adobe software. Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Audition were life-changing for me. It made editing videos much faster. It made my capabilities grow significantly because I had good quality software that I could play with. I could learn how to do things with. Now, I'm not saying that's impossible with Audacity. You certainly can. I know people who are downright good at using Audacity. But in my personal experience, Adobe Audition is much more intuitive. Premiere Pro is much more intuitive. And when you got a computer that can handle that software, your workflow becomes much easier. You can produce things at a faster, less stressful rate. And that was life-changing for me. That's one of the number one jumps I had in content quality is when I got a computer that could handle that software. And I actually purchased and ordered that software. I use Adobe Creative Cloud. I use their highest level subscription service, so I have access to everything. And I use almost everything they offer all the time. So to summarize, use the equipment that you have access to. It is often worth saving up and not taking as many steps as I took along the way. Going from a $20 USB mic to a $33 microphone boom arm kit, then finally stepping up to the Shure. I would have maybe used the microphone that's built into whatever it is I'm recording with until I can save up enough money to get the Behringer mixer, the Shure microphone, a boom arm, and an XLR cable. By making smart investments like that, you wind up saving money in the long run. You don't have a basement full of old audio equipment the way I do that never gets used anymore. I mean, I guess I am making a video out of it at this point. So let's talk about what I'm actually using right now. This is my latest setup. This is the Audio-Technica AT897 shotgun microphone. This is a little $20 desk mic stand. This is going with the XLR cable into the Behringer UM2, and that's USBing to my computer right over here. I'm recording everything with Adobe Audition. I was using this microphone for a while and found out that I just had it a little bit too far away. By simply moving it closer, I'm seeing what kind of audio quality I can get. So what do you think? How does this sound? If you've seen my last video, do you see a difference in audio sound from the last video to this video? Please comment below because I'm curious I know everyone listens to these things on different devices. I watch a lot of YouTube on my TV. I know a lot of people do it through their cell phone. So again, please comment below. Let me know how this sounds. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please find us all over social media. Just throw a /Bob and Liz show on the end of the URL and you're probably going to run into us. And we'll catch you guys next time.